Good evening and welcome to From Pain to Purpose. I'm your host Aisha, and here with me today we have a young lady by the name of Alana the Flowist. Alana is a young lady who chose to take a stand. She chose to go against the crowd. She chose to share her story with each and every one of us on today. Let's give Alana a hand.
Hi, my name is Alana the Flowist, and I'm here today to share my story. It was the year 2015 when I had gotten myself into a bad relationship. I started worshiping a man more than I started worshiping God. I stopped going to church. I stopped doing everything that was good for me. He was like a drug, and I couldn't let go.
Alana, could you tell us what made you say, enough is enough, I'm tired?
The day came when I said that I had enough was when I realized the love wasn't there. He stopped coming home. He stopped telling me he loved me. And I didn't know what to do. I had someone that I had fell for so deeply look at me and tell me that they weren't in love with me. So what was I supposed to do? When I gave him my all, I gave him everything I had, and I would have done anything for that man. I even tried to lose weight for a man instead of doing it for myself. What we have to realize is you have to love yourself first before you can love anybody else.
Alana, what advice would you give to the young ladies out there who's stuck in a relationship because they cannot let the man go? What advice could you give to them, and what steps did you take to get out of that relationship?
After the domestic relationship, I moved in with my father, who happens to be a pastor. And everybody thinks that means, I wasn't ready, but it wasn't about me. God placed me in that position for a reason. So I turned to my father for help, and I started going back to church. I started getting back to me. I started interacting with my family. I was finally free from drugs.
Could you tell us, from the pain of your previous relationships, what led you into spoken word?
When I started going back into church and just talking with people, I just started writing. I always had a passion for writing. I just couldn't figure out what to do with it. And I guess I had to go through a couple of storms for me to realize what my purpose was. For a long time, I can be honest, I didn't feel like I had a purpose. I always felt like I was just here for no reason. I saw everybody around me that I went to school with who had graduated from college, and at the time I didn't even have a GED or a diploma. So I took those steps to get my diploma, and then I found spoken word. And ever since then, I've started writing.
Wow. I really want to thank you for coming on the show once today and sharing your story with others. Some are afraid to share their story because of what others may think of them or how others may feel. But God sometimes takes us through storms for a reason. Sometimes it's not even for us. It's just for us to be a testimony to others.
I stopped listening to my heart no longer in rhythm with the beat. Running away from the loud beating inside of me, telling me this is not the way things are supposed to be. And I could be honest, I dipped into my past. Things started to crumble down around me, so I picked up a pack of Swisher Sweet. And God, yes, I felt bad after all you've done for me. But that just shows that I was not spiritually ready for what you had waiting for me. I showed more faith in man than what I showed for you. And for that, I'm sorry. I'm not only hurting myself, but you as well, because every time I fell, it was you who was there to pick me up to tell me things would be okay. I just hate the pain that I'm causing. It doesn't have to be this way. If I could just be the passenger and let you take the wheel and be the driver, things would go the right way. Now I'm here, once again, wiping tears from my face. Trying to understand the situation that I have on my plate, I'm more confused because I thought I'd been through all my heartaches and pains. But I have to learn when people want to leave, let them walk away. Now I can only pray that you take this hate out my heart. One thing I do know is that you didn't bring me this far to let things go down the drain. I'm trying to find ways to keep myself sane because I'm mistaking you to be my king. When God sent you to be a lesson and you leaving was nothing more but a blessing. And no, I don't have an attitude, only speaking the truth. I've had some time to think things through, and me and you should have never been. Our whole relationship was one big sin. When I started worshiping you more and more each day was the first problem. I got with you and forgot about my father. You were paying bills, so everything was cool. I felt like I needed you, but if I had known better, I would have known that I could look over the hills and he'll provide me with all my needs. So I got down on my knees one night to pray to God to take the fake from around me. I not only lost you, but friends too. So now I'm asking myself, where do I go from here? I can't stand to bear any more pain. I won't let this situation change me. I've already given you too much power. Feeling like the same story over and over after I told him I wouldn't go back to my old ways and let the devil drag me back into his games. Smiling every day in my face. I took you off your pedestal and put him in first place. God, I promise, this time things are different. I'm ready for change. You're putting people in my life for a reason. I'm in need of your healing. I don't want this to make me bitter, but better. This is the worst feeling ever, to be in love with someone who never cared. All the memories I shared with friends, everything has come to an end. See, I want to be sad, but I ran out of tears because my king has come to comfort me, to get rid of all my fears. He's there when I walk through the darkest valleys, preparing a feast for me in the presence of my enemies. I cannot smile, because even though this was a lot to go through, I can say with courage that I now have the victory.
Was it worth it to you to leave me high and dry, alone with no tears left to cry? Did you think that would do? You're such a fool. I'm in the streets now with my girl.